Come on, Maud, you can walk with me and CB.
I don't need your help. But she walks with him anyways.
Your floor work's looking great.
Maud hits him in the foot with her cane.
Oh, careful, Maud. I think you accidentally hit CB in the foot with your cane there.
Yeah, what a shame.
Kathy's just bulldozing to the meeting room. The sooner she can get this done, the better. So she's in the meeting room.
They let toddlers in here now?
Oh, sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes.
You know, I was going to say real mature, but what should I expect from a community theater instructor?
Oh, that's very cute. How's your GPA? And then I lean over to Norman and it's like, that's a thing you weirdos use, right?
A GPA? Like, for measuring your grades?
Sure, whatever. Hey, how's that?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm sensing some untapped tension in this room. I think we could
If
all...
I had a nickel for every time someone said that around me, I could kill a child and get away with it.
I think we would all benefit from a quick breathe in, breathe out, don't you?
This is Once Upon a Monster of the Week. Reddington. Getting here was the easy part. Hello, fair listener, and welcome back to Reddington. I'm your narrator, Wendy. On this week's look into Reddington, we are going to observe a group of 4 new citizens who have received their white letters today. But before we get too far, let's confirm that one of our more potentially light-sensitive citizens can attend the town meeting.
Yeah, I just have to wear, sunglasses. It's kind of just like an eye thing. If I go out during the daytime and it's like bright and sunny out, I gotta wear sunglasses or else it's just gonna be like not fun for migraines, potential retinal damage. If it's like raining or snowy or whatever, it's fine. It's just like, if Edward would sparkle, I gotta wear sunglasses.
Phew.
They're red, by the way. That's not necessary. It just looks cool.
Now that that's been established, our new Parks and Rec committee can open their white envelopes.
Norman gets out his regular letter opener, which he keeps in a mug full of other loose pens and pencils on the counter, of course, and rips that bad boy open.
CB puts it, kind of on like a pile on their kitchen counter, where there's just like, there's like a Where's Waldo of like random dates and letters that they have not opened in like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. They take it with them to every place. Every so often they're like, I should really just go through that and open everything and find out what's in there. They never do.
Unfortunately, the town council does not like to be ignored, and the envelope found its way back on the counter.
Great.
For Kathy, she's just gonna go ahead and open it. Not even glance to see if, like, it's her name on the envelope. She's just gonna assume, and she's gonna open it.
Maud doesn't get mail, so she's confused as to how somebody got her address to put it in her box. So, she just checks the doors or, like, looks around and see if there's anybody in her home.
Sometimes our citizens seem to forget the town council communicates this way, but then they always do remember. The envelopes contain a letter requesting their arrival at Town Hall at 10 a.m.
So CB checks to see if it's taxes, because they sure don't pay those. And when they see that it is not taxes, they're like, okay, my curiosity is mildly piqued, and they open it.
Maud would whip out her burner phone, and she what time it is, and she calls Kathy.
It's a Sunday. She's not in school.
I don't care if she is. I need her to answer.
I ignore it the first time.
I leave a really threatening voicemail. It goes something like, Kathy, you little piece of shit, answer the phone. And then she hangs up.
Immediately, Maud hangs up and calls back.
Immediately. And then she hangs up. She hangs up before Kathy can answer the phone so she can leave another voicemail message. And it's like, I know you ain't doing anything. You don't have a life, Kathy. And then she hangs up again, and then she calls back and waits.
I was literally about to answer it the second time, and then I get this message. And he said, you're waiting for Kathy to call?
Yeah.
Kathy waits 5 minutes just to be spiteful.
Powerful move, powerful.
And then she just doesn't have the patience to keep playing, so she calls. What?
I need a ride.
Well, Where and when? I actually, believe it or not, I know it's Sunday, but I have things scheduled, apparently.
Okay, you can stop pretending that whatever you have to do is more important than what I have to do.
Maud, just tell me where you want to go. Maud, just tell me where you want to
go.
go.
To the town hall.
What time?
10 o'clock.
Huh. Wait, did you send me this letter that I got this morning?
Are you the police? Why so many questions? Just get here.
Jesus Christ,
I need
Maud.
to be somewhere by 10 o'clock.
Not that you care, but I have to be there too, so fine. I'll get you.
Hurry up. And then she hangs
We
up.
have 45 minutes, Jesus.
Before embarking out the door to their 2012 Dodge Neon, because it is a Sunday, CB has a little, like, miniature spray bottle that they have in their gender-neutral tote bag that is covered in terrible Shakespeare quotes. There's, like, 3 typos. But it's been rockin' and rollin' since 1992, and they're not letting go of it. And that is because, in case they meet anyone who is wearing any kind of Christian paraphernalia, usually they can start, like, spritzing somebody, and that'll take care of the problem.
Don't worry. We asked CB what the hell they're talking about. Here's what they had to say.
Are you gonna stick around a person that just starts, like, spraying water at you randomly?
Is it legit holy water, or is it just water?
No,
No,
my
it's just
god, no,
water.
it's not holy water. No, Jesus. It's just, like, regular water. So that the people who are wearing, like, a cross or something will just, like, stay away. It's the equivalent of, like, pepper spray, but nicer.
So Norman had been wearing an old college t-shirt and some basketball shorts, but he's called to the town council now, so he's gonna take the first half an hour to go back upstairs and change into some tasteful khakis and a polo. And then he is gonna drive despite the fact that it's within walking distance in his, let me check my data here, 2014 tan Toyota Sienna minivan.
Is he showing a little bit of ankle?
He's showing a little bit of sock. You can see that he is wearing white socks with his dress shoes, though.
Ooh la la.
He's kind of a slut.
Norman Newman is our town selectman and one of the best leaders our town has. In fact, he even knew today was his own white letter day.
He's thrilled.
But did our town selectman want to know who else was in his group?
I think he has the means to find out who else is in his group, but it doesn't feel right. It feels corrupt, so he's, like, specifically not looked at who's in his group, to be fair to everybody else who doesn't know.
Kathy focuses in on her discomfort after finding out she and Maud are expected to arrive at the town hall at the same time. Unfortunately, she ends up with a pretty bad migraine.
Kathy goes, fuck, thinking's hard, and gets some ibuprofen.
This especially is unfortunate as she remembers that community service is expected of all citizens after they reach a certain age. Our new citizens prepare for the day and check their clocks before heading out the door.
Okay, so the previous scene happens at about 10:15. Town Hall is about 15 minutes away from CB's house. They arrive at 10:25. There are no casualties.
Norman is there at 9:45.
You tell me, Kathy. Dragging your feet. What time do we get there?
Kathy, naturally, she knows what time it is. She would show up 5 minutes late, just to be fashionably late like that. But I don't know, Maud. How long does it take you to get your butt up and get to my car?
That's the quick part, because she gets in and then screams about Kathy being late. You take your sweet time, don't you?
We literally added 5 minutes for you just walking over to my car.
Then when they get out of the car, it takes Maud a good 10 minutes to, like, pretend it's so difficult to get out of her Jeep.
I'd like to clarify that while it does take CB a rather brief amount of time, and they do get there early, they do walk to the nearest coffee shop and get one black coffee with a single shot of vanilla, one single pump. No cream, no sugar, just one flavor pump.
That's exactly what I thought you'd say, you fucking director.
It's French vanilla.
But to answer your question, I think by the time Maud and I are officially there and out of the car, it's probably like 10:20.
Yeah.
Norman arrives first to our ramshackle town hall. They really should revamp this building, now that I think about it. But that's not what's worth focusing on. Look, it's Norman, one of my dearest friends.
I see Wendy, and I go, hey, looks like they'll let anyone in here.
I give Norman a polite laugh. I'll be honest, dear listeners, I sometimes don't get Norman's jokes.
I walk past Wendy, stop, turn around, look up and down, say, soprano, and keep walking.
Was that Italian?
I turn to look at Carmichael Bow, then remember that they prefer CB.
They just put a curse on us?
Good morning, CB.
I do not respond.
It's so good to see you here for your community service.
I stop, I turn around, and I say, so sorry, fucking what?
We have a few minutes before we start. We'll be meeting in the conference room down the hall.
No, please pump the brakes. I don't do community service.
Norman, can you help CB find the room?
If you're a cop, you have to tell me.
Of course I'm not a cop. I am Wendy.
That's great. I don't know that name. I don't know who you are. All I know is that community service is the thing that you do when you get caught. You've got nothing on me.
What do you mean? Everyone in Reddington does community service.
I'm so sorry. I've been so rude.
Are you like one of those commune towns?
Wendy, this is my good friend CB. He does those funny little shows with the high schoolers over at the theater. CB,
yes,
this is Wendy.
Hamlet is so
back.
very funny, psychopath.
Is that the next one you're doing?
It's the one we did previously.
Oh, yeah, with the, swords in that one. That was good. I saw it twice.
I'm shocked.
At CB's tone of frustration, I gesture my head to Norman to maybe get CB to start moving down the hall.
I think I am now. I think I realize that this is not going to be the fun, like, we're all meeting each other that I thought it was going to be, so I'm like...
CB does not start following at first, but then realizes that to continue this argument, they do have to walk with him. And they're like, do I really want to? Yeah, I want to engage in this. And they keep walking. They choose violence.
No, yeah, Wendy's just a good old bud there, eh? You know, we go way back. She's a real gem. Real live wire. Real jokester.
I don't care about your personal life.
You are so funny. You have such a dry sense of humor.
As Norman and CB started down the hall, I stayed in the lobby to meet our other guests, Kathy and Maud, as they arrived.
Right as Kathy comes in, I say very loudly, oh yeah, I bet you would know about making people dry.
I was a lifeguard for a summer at the Reddington Community Pool. I'm not
Don't
really
tempt
sure.
me.
Into swimming? I don't really follow you.
I see that Kathy's there and I immediately get really quiet.
Oh, look, Maud and Kathy are here.
So quick question for Maud, because I know you said, like, you're taking time, but I don't know how much of it's an act and how much is real. Would you be making Kathy, like, help move you to places, or are you walking on your own?
Well, she's fine as she gets in the building, but when she gets in the building and she hears this conversation between CB and Norman and Wendy, and she hears that she figures that they're all here for this community service. I think they make this educated. She goes, follow my lead, kid. And then she just pretends to collapse into Kathy's arms. And she says, oh my goodness, I could barely get out of the house. Thank you. You're such a peach for helping your little old grand auntie. And then she sees Wendy and she says, oh, Miss Wendy, is there any, I don't know, she just assumes her name, I guess. Is there any way that we could, hurry this up, whatever it is, because I gotta get back and get my legs put up, and the sweet young child has to come help me.
While Maud does that, I don't just want to drop her, but I'm just gonna lightly put her on the ground, and I'm gonna breeze past Wendy and go, she's your problem now, and I just start going down the hall. Don't want to do community service, but I ain't putting with Maud's bullshit. We're not doing this today.
I smile at Maud, knowing all about her background. If you will, please head to the conference room so we can get this meeting started. That would be wonderful.
She gives her the nastiest look and just picks up her cane and just hobbles towards the meeting room.
Come on, Maud, you can walk with me and CB.
I don't need your help. But she walks with him anyways.
Your floor work's looking great.
Maud hits him in the foot with her cane.
Oh, careful, Maud. I think you accidentally hit CB in the foot with your cane there.
Yeah, what a shame.
Kathy's just bulldozing to the meeting room. The sooner she can get this done, the better. So she's in the meeting room.
They let
Yeah.
toddlers in here now?
Oh, sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes.
You know, I was going to say real mature, but what should I expect from a community theater instructor?
Oh, that's very cute. How's your GPA? And then I lean over to Norman and it's like, that's a thing you weirdos use, right?
A GPA, like for measuring your grades?
Sure, whatever. Hey, how's that?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm sensing some untapped tension in this room. I think we could
If
all...
I had a nickel for every time someone said that around me, I could kill a child and get away with it.
I think we would all benefit from a quick breathe in, breathe out, don't you?
And while Kathy's being catty, it finally registered with her that Norman is also in this room. She's just like, oh, God, and just tries to move as far away from this situation as she can.
All right, breathe in.
No.
I'm completely ignoring him. I'm saying, oh yes, you run!
You are not on the clock right now. I don't have to do anything you say.
I said breathe in.
My
And let's
point
all
still
let it out.
stands.
Don't tell me not to do. We're not that kind of relationship.
When Norman says breathe in, Kathy blows out.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Take it in your own direction. You know, that's important.
Damn it.
I could hear the grumblings through the door, so I decided to make the beverage cart more comforting by adding what I know to be their favorites. I then gave them some space to enjoy their treats.
Yeah, Wendy, that is so kind of you.
CB takes a can of, Diet Pepsi and, takes a sip and then spits it back out, really subtly into the can and continues to do this every so often for the rest of the scene. They do not choose anything else. They're having an awful day. All of their least favorite people are in the same room. Usually that only happens at the Tonys.
Norman claps a hand on Wendy's shoulder and says, "How are the kids?" But I don't know whether or not Wendy has kids.
I give Norman what I hope is a smile before replying, "It's so good to have you all start your community service today. We already have a problem that we need your help with."
Ooh.
Don't we all, girl?
Maud plops down in an empty corner of the room in a chair.
CB is standing. The moment they can leave, they're going to.
Kathy's staring at her phone, probably on Twitter. That sounds right.
The fall festival is next weekend. We need your help planning it.
Why? Ugh.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I knew this day was coming. I knew they were doing assignments soon, and I didn't want to ruin the surprise for anybody, so I didn't say anything, but I had no idea that we were going to end up on fall festival duty, you guys!
So sorry, quick clarification. Which sect of paganism, is this fall festival for? Because I've seen some very, very interesting takes on that particular celebration, and I just want to make sure we're all on the same page before I start suggesting things. Legally.
I think we should do a corn maze.
Okay, that clarifies it.
Kathy runs up to Wendy and's like, "Is there any way that I could possibly reschedule this? You know, homecoming's coming up soon, and it's kind of a big deal for me, and
Of course you're right, Kathy. Homecoming is a big part of the fall festival.
But you see why I can't plan it. It wouldn't really make sense for me to plan an event that I would be attending."
Rest assured, everyone in Reddington will be attending the fall festival.
Everyone in town will be attending, you guys!
While they're hearing this, CB kind of mutters under their breath, "Oh, right, someone's gonna ask you."
I get a little closer to Wendy and I'm like, okay, I see how you want to handle this. So, how much? Seriously, money is no option here. How much?
I gave Kathy what I hoped was a smile and patted her shoulder.
Don't touch me.
Don't worry. This is just your civic duty. Once you've made the town council happy, you'll be free from community service.
That was worded very creepily, but okay. And she has a little awkward shoulder maneuver out of the way.
I can make the town council happy right now.
Given CB's history, I was not sure how serious to take them. I decided a quick exit was the best option.
Okay.
And Maud says,
Bye.
Maud, runs over to your group. Not races.
Maud runs?
She hobbles quickly. She says, "Listen, guys, I've been in a suicide cult before, and I know what that looks like. I think we're in danger.
Maud, you are too much. Let's get started. I think we should have a pumpkin carving contest, but everybody gets a prize.
This is
Norman
just
is
like you
beaming.
millennials. You all want a participation trophy.
I want to say something.
We could.
I want to
older
say
than
something,
you.
but I want to hear. I just want Norman to keep coming up with ideas. This is great. If we stay
But here's
quiet
what we
long
could
enough,
do.
Norman will do the work for us.
We could do, like, paper plate awards, so it's not, like, a first, second, third. Like, we could do the scariest and, like, the prettiest and, like, the most detailed so that everybody gets a prize, but it's all different.
You know what? You've got it covered. So, enjoy.
What? You guys... I mean, you guys don't want me to do all the planning by myself.
I would love that.
You're so good at it.
Okay, but hear me out.
Oh.
I'm not going to compliment you, but I sure will say you can do whatever you want.
But hear me out. I'm getting the sense not all of us want to be here. I hear you, Maud. But the thing is, Wendy's not here anymore. Why don't we just leave?
That's the first good idea you've ever had in your life, Tiny.
Shut up.
Wait,
Turn
wait,
around
wait,
and
wait,
start
wait,
over
Wendy.
the door.
You got... Norman runs, bolts, and fucking stands in front of the door and is like, you guys can't leave. It's our civic duty.
We having our first fight? Is this how it begins?
Okay,
I will take all of you down.
Okay, here's
I
my
think
thing.
we should
Here's
use
my
I
thing, and I'm
statements.
not gonna assume how tall Norman is.
Just like average. Just like regular.
Okay, no. Here's my
I
thing.
used the bribing method, but we already know that doesn't work on you, Norman.
CB is 5'4". Are you taller than them?
Like regular. So yeah, I'll say like maybe a little taller. It's just like regular, just like in the middle.
Okay, so CB stops in front of them, kind of like looks to see if they can like duck under like his arm, realizes this is just like not going to work, and takes a step back like, okay. Alright, one of us is going to have to move, and if it's you, the janitor's going to have to be here.
Well, I mean, I guess you guys can leave if you want. I just don't
You're
understand
so
why you're
correct!
not as
We can! Get out of my way!
I point to the opposite corner of the room and go, Norman, look, there's a child who wants to talk about their feelings.
You're not getting me with that one again.
Not even mad.
You guys, this is our opportunity to step up as citizens of Reddington. Like, if we show the town council what we're capable of, you know, it could really open some doors for us and for our different parts of town. We need everybody involved. I mean, Kathy, you're the hip young element. CB, you're the,
No, say
like the
what you were going to
arts.
say.
No, the arts is important, and we need that. We need a sense of showmanship.
Wow,
You know, who's
one
gonna-
adjective.
And you were a great communicator. You are an excellent communicator. I never have to guess what you're thinking. And that's great.
I'm gonna let you just move on from that personal garbage fire. Keep going. Do grandma next.
And Maud, well, you're the smartest of any of us here.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Listen. That's all I gotta say. I don't got anything else. She's blushing.
Well,
Sorry, did you say my name? Kathy was on Twitter this whole time.
yeah, Kathy, I was saying you're the hip young... Oh, forget it. But if we show that we're capable of managing the budget for this, you know...
Kathy's back on Twitter.
I heard budget and immediately started tuning everything out.
More importantly, they won't bother us again for another year.
You have
I
my
know.
attention.
We only get to do it once per year.
Kathy's like, fine.
Out of my way, gay boy. I'm about to get it. And by get it, I mean personal privacy.
As Kathy agrees to help with the fall festival, her headache and any resulting damage suddenly vanish.
Oh yeah, I took ibuprofen.
You know, you really should make the switch to acetaminophen. It's supposed to be much better for you. Nah, never
I
mind.
heard acetaminophen.
That's something you young people don't have to worry about.
Maud's got a bag of pills out.
Oh,
Or
geez.
no, she
Oh.
opens up, she's opening up her dust, like her little house coat, and she's got him like the guy who's selling watches. Just bottles and bottles of pills.
Wow, you are prepared for anything.
Oh, sick. If I'm going to be doing this, I'm gonna need just a little bit of ecstasy. I like the pink ones.
Oh, and prices just went up. I'm sorry, inflation.
Fuck off.
You know what? I would say that doing your civic duty is a sense of ecstasy sometimes. You know, am I right, guys?
I pity your wife if she's not dead already.
I am unmarried.
Well, fuck me then.
Excuse me?
That wasn't a request.
No, I just didn't hear what you said. It probably wasn't important. Never mind. Yeah, I like to think of Reddington as my wife. Why'd you all get so quiet?
What an intense standoff. Thankfully, they're all about to get a phone call that should break up some of this tension.
Is Norman still guarding the door?
Well, I guess I'll get that.
No, it's fine. Norman's willing to do the work. Why would I stop him?
Well, we'll all do the work, but...
You keep telling yourself that. Go answer the phone.
No, let's all grab for the phone at the same time. That'll really do it.
Oh, did you see that on one of your little TV shows? Is that what they did in Euphoria?
I'm not even talking to you.
You guys, let's keep it down when we're on the phone, alright?
The group all leave this meeting room to search for the ringing phone that someone must answer.
I volunteered Norman.
I look at you guys, I'm like, did anybody... Because I'll get it if nobody else wants. Okay, I'll get it.
Back on Twitter.
Maud's pretending she doesn't hear anything. It's the deafness.
As Norman opens the door to this ringing phone, he finds his own town selectman office.
I get an office? Wow. And I pick up the phone and I say, hey, hello, Norman Newman, the normal human speaking.
Hi, Norman. This is Barnabas Crawley calling from the news team. We just got a call that there were unicorns on the loose. Is that something your department could take care of?
He's doing that thing where he pinches the receiver between his ear and his shoulder, and he's, taking notes in the other hand with his free hand. I blow out a long steam of air, and I say, okay, how many?
Great. Several?
Several. Okay.
I'm not there, but they referred to it as a flock.
Okay, alright, let's call up some of those big truck boys, the kids in town with their big trucks, see if they can block off any main thoroughfares. Looks like rodeo season's coming early, am I right? Yeah, no, we'll get right out there. I'll take care of that. Anything else I can do for you?
Yes, actually. If you could give us a call afterwards, we'd love to write a story about you, print it in the paper.
Yeah, you got it. Alright, hey, you have a blessed day, alright? Alright, I'll see you soon.
You too. Thanks so much, Norman.
And I hang up the phone.
CB kind of just the noise you make when you stub your toe on the corner of the furniture?
Yes.
They make that when he says, have a blessed day.
And I turn back to my dear friends, and I let out a long stream of air, and then I clap my hands together and I say, okay, so, good news and bad news, which one do you want first?
Neither. Let's go home.
Alright, I'll start with the bad news. So we're gonna have to postpone planning the fall festival. The good news is we do get to spend some more time serving our community, which I know we're all very passionate about, and together. So
Well, why is this a we effort? This seems like your office, your space, therefore your job.
Well, it's my office, but I'm...
Tell us what happened,
Yeah.
Norman.
Oh, you can hear again, Maud. Congrats.
So,
She flips her off.
it sounds like, by accident, I'm sure, these things happen, the unicorns downtown did get out again. Don't need to tell you how bad that was the last time that happened. So, we're gonna need to rally up a couple folks, see if we can't, get those little guys back where they started,
God, I told my family I wanted a pet unicorn, but Uncle Bob was like, there's no way you can fit one in an apartment.
Your Uncle Bob is a wise man.
Well, I'm just saying, if we had one, there'd be one less one on the streets.
Well,
So somebody let a bunch of wild animals loose?
well,
Yes, that's called high school, I'm told.
Maud looks at CB suspiciously.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that was... They can't prove anything about me last time.
just gonna...
And I've been here all
Good,
of
just-
today.
Before you guys get really into that, I just do want to shoehorn this. They do, for, legal reasons, have a couple of bugs in my office, so don't say anything that you wouldn't want everybody to know. I just like to be honest about that.
Sorry, Norman, so where's the part where this is a we effort?
Well, I mean, it's our town, isn't it?
Speak for yourself.
Well,
Wait, did you say your office is bugged?
yeah, just
Did you say the feds are listening in?
No, I don't know who it's...
You should really call an exterminator about that.
I think...
I don't know that it's the feds. They won't tell me who it goes to,
Excuse
actually.
me. Me, Maud, a very vital citizen of the community and a role model, I think we should step up and help people. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's get the unicorns.
Excellent, Maud. I couldn't have said it better myself.
CB turns to her. They do not understand how technology works. CB turns to her and says, "Are you possessed?"
No, CB, I know.
Who do all the bugs talk to?
Your bugs are pretty insulated. This is something completely different.
Ants?
Oh my god, I'm sick of this old people talk. Fine, if it gets us out of here faster, where are they?
The bugs?
That's sort of, all over it. Sounds like, you know what? My car has the most seats, so I think it makes sense if we all go together.
Oh, I know how this ends. No thank you.
I don't follow you.
And you never will.
Okay, well, I know you drove your, what is that again that you have out there?
A car. I'm sure you have one as well.
Yeah, no, I parked right next to you because I thought maybe, like, while we're in the meeting, our cars could talk to each other. Like, I know they don't actually, but wouldn't that be funny?
Hilarious.
If our cars were friends like we are, that'd be funny. Yeah, so if you want to drive your car, everybody else can come in mine, and we can go downtown and get a finger on the pulse of the situation, and, yeah, get those varmints back where they belong. Yeehaw!
Let's get the finger on the pulse, Norman.
Stupendous. I'm going to exit this conversation, get into my car, nobody listen for the next 5 minutes, and I'll meet you there. CB is planning to scream very, very loudly with their head against the windshield.
Alright, go team!
Kathy goes, well, I already drive Maud around in my Jeep, and there's no way I can add another uncool person, so fine. I'll be in the back. And then she hops in the back of your car and she goes back on Twitter.
Does she sit in the very back? Because it is a minivan, so there are 3 rows total.
Yes, she goes as far back as she can.
Okay, she's in the very back.
Yes.
And Norman opens the door to the car for Maud, because he was raised right.
She hobbles in.
I know all you listeners would be just as excited as I am to know what the inside of Norman's car is like.
It's got, like, a couple personal effects in it. It's pretty clean. It's not, like, right off the lot clean, but he has, like, a few too many maps stuffed into the door. Like, maybe he thinks he's gonna travel a lot more than he actually does. And he has, like a CD holder that's attached to the shade at the top, and it's all, like, there's, like, some Fleetwood Mac in there.
Yeah! Taste!
Like a couple of his own CDs that are burned, and they say, like, Summer Mix with 2 X's. And he has one of those phone mounts that you can put your phone in on the dashboard, so you don't have to look down at it while you're navigating.
As Kathy and Maud got into Norman's car, I worried, dear listeners, about what CB would do.
CB waits for them to leave, walks outside, gets into their car. I misspoke. They put their head down on the steering wheel. They make a really, really loud, agonized noise that's drawn out for about 2 minutes because they've got good breath control. And then they peel out. There is the smell of burned rubber afterwards.
Still worried about what CB would do, I watched to see if they would follow Norman.
No, they're taking a route that's an extra 5 minutes longer on purpose.
I gotta ask, what musical is CB listening to while on this ride?
They're not. It's just dead silence. They're like white-knuckled the steering wheel.
To get through the tense car ride, each person in the car remembers back to their past experience with the unicorn.
CB was definitely the person who let out the unicorns. Like the previous time that they had mentioned on the phone.
Unfortunately, CB is not responsible for this unicorn release.
Yeah, so there's like a rotating cast of like people who are like trying to work summer jobs or whatever. To the family of intern Carl, I ate another one.
Jesus Christ.
The unicorns don't care.
While it is not uncommon for the unicorns to escape their pen, it is uncommon for them to be so far into town. As a result, CB is aware that this is unfortunately not a planned release prank.
Yeah, because I didn't do it.
Norman knows a little bit. He's, like, a little bit too much of a city boy to, like, know exactly what's going on. But, like, maybe he's worked the fall festival before, and they have, like, a petting booth, or they have, like, a couple in, like, saddles for the younger kids to ride around on for, like, a couple dollars.
I think for Kathy, just to go off like the pet thing, and now that you said they were sheep, I'd like to speak into canon that this town might have a petting zoo. And I imagine a situation where she was like with her uncle and went full on Veruca Salt. Like, I want the unicorn. And like, no, we can't fit that in an apartment. Plus, it's the equivalent of a real world sheep. So that's just a terrible idea. And Kathy is just incredibly bitter about that to this day.
Maud, I think like a lot of things. So the first time she ever saw a unicorn was like 1975, and it was like post a really hard night in the club, and she was like rolling a little bit, and she thought that the unicorn might be a hallucination. And it was later that she found out that it's not a hallucination. Or she's not quite sure if everybody's fucking with her or not. Like maybe it is. Maybe she's just gonna go with it.
As our Parks and Rec group arrive, they find unicorns milling about throughout local shops and the town square.
Oh no, we just put that sod down.
I guess, question, how big are the unicorns? Like, are we like full on horse size? Are they smaller like sheep?
Can they be the size of the ponies from My Little Pony?
Yes.
Because apparently someone did the measurements, and they would come up to about waist height on an average cis man, and I think that's really cute.
That works. So, because I imagine if I'm assuming we're all out of the car, Kathy goes to one of the, I keep wanting to say sheep, unicorns that's just kind of eating grass. And she just starts to pet it and just like, I could have taken you home. You could have been my pet. And then she tries to kind of sit on it. Kind of, if we're going My Little Pony sides, she's trying to live her dream of having her own pet unicorn that she could ride. So she's going to try to sit on it.
One of the unicorns starts trying to, like, chew on the hem of CB's pants, and they keep trying to, like, kick it away.
Concerned for reimbursement cost for CB's pants, we double check that the unicorns are not eating an expensive pair of pants.
No.
They're from Sheen.
No, they're like, what season is this?
The Autumn Festival is coming up, and we get to organize it.
Oh my god.
It's like the normal pair of, like, wool trousers that every single guy above 5'8" owns.
I'll never have to worry about that.
And God bless, that shit's so itchy.
They're smaller than Maud thought they would be, the unicorns. So she's just kind of like, watching from a distance.
The protector's eyes land on the bloody remains.
Of what?
Slay.
I take back Kathy trying to ride the unicorn. There are more important things to look at.
Bloody remains of a unicorn or of something else?
After a moment, it is clear the remains are from something else.
CB suddenly remembers they skipped breakfast.
That's not true. You had that coffee.
Girl, if you think coffee is breakfast.
Uh-oh, I'm mentally ill.
No, I meant because there's, like, a bloody body.
Hey, that's pretty funny, Newt. We don't know that it's a dead body, we know that it's a bloody mass. That could come from anything.
Okay, have you been around horses? That shit's dead.
Where are the unicorns when they're not out and about? Like, where should they be?
In Reddington, our unicorn herder lives on the edge of town. Unicorns are typically sweet, docile creatures similar to sheep.
Is there, like, one particular farmer that is in charge of them?
Oh. Got it. I think. I might be jumping the gun. But
Oh.
So we need to hunt down the farmer. No?
Oh no.
we might not.
We might not have to.
Hey, besties, I think he's, like, dead because, as we have previously established via Newt's knowledge of horses, he is on the ground and there are horses nearby.
We don't know that that's him.
He was clearly the weakest link.
We don't know that that's
Survival
him.
of the fittest, my dudes.
We don't know that that's him.
Should have been faster, I guess.
We don't know. We don't know.
It's horses.
It's unicorns!
That's a horse
Okay.
with a built-in knife.
Fine, then he's like a magical body. He's like a magical body. They magically trampled him with their hooves because horses don't care. If you're taking a little nap in the middle of the ring, they will, like, walk on top of you and their hooves are like giant anvils.
Please tell me we're having this conversation in character, because that's just
No.
hysterical.
No.
I wasn't doing my character voice.
Right, yeah, they just, like, randomly developed a very strong country accent. It wasn't relevant to the journey beforehand.
I think I would like to do my best to identify the body. Citizens first, you know?
As our protectors observe the scene, Norman is able to find a familiar hat and staff. One of those staffs with a curly hook?
A shepherd's crook?
Yeah, like a shepherd's crook.
Yes, a shepherd's crook. Thank you.
I think Norman sees the hat of the unicorn herder and goes over and puts it on so that he can take it off out of respect for the fallen.
Are his pants anywhere? Like, I want to check his pockets or
God damn, Maud.
identification or address.
They're on him, I hope.
I mean, his body's in pieces, so...
As Maud looks for Jeffrey's pants, she is successful in finding them under one of the bloody unicorns.
Okay, I search his pockets.
This entire time, CB has been like absolute white-knuckled. I'm not gonna do this shit in public, but goddamn, that's a lot of blood.
While the situation would be gruesome for anyone, CB is struggling a little more than everybody else, given all the blood and mess on the ground. If they don't get out of there soon, things could get worse.
I hope something nice happens.
Great, leaving situations without saying anything. Going to be so easy.
So Kathy sees the whole hat thing, realizing it's a person, is full on mortified by her grandma, but she's just not here for this shit. It's not her place to pull her back. This is not a great situation to be in, as much as she loves unicorns.
Kathy's unicorn knowledge from her unicorn girl days came back as if she was still on the playground, swapping unicorn stickers and toys.
Yeah, I could see Kathy being like the horse girl of unicorns. That was probably a phase she had.
Her parents were rich. She probably was.
After a moment, she remembered that unicorns, while dangerous, would never attack unless provoked. They're just too lazy.
To act off of that real quick, is there, like, the unicorns are kind of near us, away from us, just kind of all over? They're not, like, spooked at all now.
While the unicorns do not look dangerous, they are, in fact, all over the town square. As our group of protectors survey the damage, a shop owner comes barging out. Get them out of here! Why are there unicorns in town square?
Hey, good morning, friend. We're just, mourning the unexpected and evidently very violent downfall of Farmer Jeff. God rest his soul. But rest assured, we are working on the unicorn situation. And any feedback is celebrated and welcome at this time.
Speak for yourself.
Get them out of my shop before they poop on everything! While observing our group of protectors, I did have to wonder, do unicorns poop gold?
Kathy yells from the back, yeah, they can sometimes do that, because she's now trying to go toward a unicorn to pet it.
The closest unicorn to Kathy that isn't too spooked or agitated when she gets close is unfortunately covered in a lot of blood.
Oh no! Is this the only unicorn that's covered in blood?
While it is not the only unicorn in need of a bath, it is by far the bloodiest.
Like, some of them were in the splash zone, but this is our perpetrator.
Fucking Shamu-ask murder? That's awful.
So Kathy stands there, and she just takes a moment of silence. She looks at this unicorn covered in blood, this gorgeous little creature, no fault of its own. And then she looks down at the designer outfit that she's wearing and says, not worth it. And then she goes with the group.
CB watches this and says, you'll be fine. Just don't fucking feed him after midnight. Don't ask me how I know that.
I think Norman, after Kathy leaves, would like to approach that same unicorn and sort of get down on a knee to get at its level. We've established that they're sort of short. And just, like, in a very understanding voice, be like, I'm sure you did what you felt you had to do at the time, and we all deal with grief and strain in different ways. Don't just go through it, grow through it.
Comforted by Norman's words, the unicorn sheds a tear.
Norman's crying too.
CB turns to Kathy and says, oh look, he's equating you to the horse.
Kathy watches this and goes, but you don't kill someone when you're going through that.
Well, we all deal with going through it differently, Kathy, and I don't think it's our place to cast judgment.
Speak for yourself.
Norman supports murder. Got it. All right, noted.
I don't support murder, I support murderers, okay? That's what they need right now.
If you really supported murderers, you would leave.
I'm going to speak in I statements. I found that very hurtful.
Good.
Thank you for listening to Once Upon a Monster of the Week. Reddington's monsters are controlled by Meg Griffin. Episodes are edited by Alex Lavelle and produced by Robert Chauncey. Thank you to Red Speaks for being my human version of a jar of paper slips with monster ideas on them. Thank you also to Michael Sands and Evil Hat for the Monster of the Week gaming system used in this podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks with a new group to follow. Until then, you can find the links in our show notes for all of our social media. Please also check out our Patreon. Even for $1, you can do some exciting things, like donate your name to our town roster. And if you are enjoying the show, we would really appreciate it if you could leave us a review. Once Upon a Monster of the Week is part of Haunted Griffin Entertainment. Please check out our website for more of our shows. Today's episode guest starred Isaiah Rothstein as Barnabas Crawley. Today's episode starred
Newt Shuttlecotty as CB Scottsdale.
Gina Morvek as Kathy Pines.
Katina Reeves as Maud.
Theo Wambuzik playing Norman Newman.